Living with uncertainty is good because think about it. How far where we are in science now. Just imagine 5 years, 10 years. Just imagine if we find out new particles when they get the Hydra Collider working again, and then then we got the new theory now with the rainbow gravity that says no Big Bang, and now we have the theory that the universe has no beginning, no end. Um, with the quantum relativity, with quantum gravity, quantum energy, that we can get to probably get down to the laws. And once we know the universe laws, anything's possible. And we can explain all that. All we have to explain, yeah, so we can explain it all. Living with uncertainty is good because that's what the people, religious people, can't live with uncertainty. Non-religious people, atheists, we can live with uncertainty. But and besides, it's not really you're living with certainty anyways because you can't see God, you can't feel God, you can't touch God. You may think in your mind you can, but you physically can't. I ask people what does God look like when they say they can't describe him. So I ask this people what is he wearing. They can't describe it. What kind of voice it had, what kind of accent. They can't describe it. So, not to mention the contradictions in the Bible. Somebody's seen the face of God? Nobody's seen the face of God. God is all powerful. God is all powerful. So, and I think that's the problem with the world, for the United States. People, they can't live with uncertainty. They have to know. They have to know what happens when you die. They have to know what caused the universe. They have to know all this. Atheists, non-believers, Gnostics, we don't have to know. But we want to know. And we look to take the ride to know, stick with science. Because that's what is the pathway to truth. Like Harry King said of Slayer, nobody can show me God. You can't see, you can't feel, you can't touch. That's why you have believers losing their religion. And then you have some believers that don't see the light. Hence the word. The pathway to truth, which is non-religion. But it's going to get there. It's still going to take some time. Obviously, the more we explain, the better. The more we explain, the better everybody would off be. I think atheism is really good because it really makes everybody smarter. I think it just makes a better society, better world. And when we're going to get there, I guess we'll see. So, what we're focusing on is putting in the Hydra Collider, beam up again, smashing those particles more powerful, more faster, more times the speed than it was before. Because what they want to see is, because Stephen Hawking said something like black holes had something to do with like the beginning, or like the formation like of the universe or something. So when we smash these particles, we're going to see if there's little black holes. If there's little black holes, this means there's parallel worlds, parallel universes, and confirms the multiverse. If there's not, it's still okay. We're going to try something else. That's why Lawrence Krauss says, the unknown intrigues him. When he's wrong, he's still excited to find the answer. Some people, when they're wrong, they get upset and they just leave it. But like the best, Michael Jordan, when he came back and he wasn't, after baseball, when he wasn't, people thought he lost his stride. He said, "This is not the same Michael Jordan," and he knew he had to come back again that second time. When he came back, he was ready. So that makes the best, the pros, the scientists, the stars. The scientists are the stars to explain the greatest mystery of all existence in our time right now. In the 80s, people wouldn't care about science, but now it's huge Because if there is no God, it would change the world. I could say there is no God because all the evidence is against God. Any gods are existing, plus infinite regression. But for the people, the believers, and in science explain it all. It's just without question, there is no God. It's going to change the world. It's going to change the Quran. People believe in that. It's going to change all religions, what people believe in. So it's really huge. And the only thing science can do is advance, because that's what they can do. So, until the people can live with uncertainty, they can let go of their religion. And the only way to do that is we're going to have to explain more in science. It's going to have to be on the news, something huge, and like on the news. No Big Bang, universe had no beginning, explain it all, hell, even aliens, something huge, and it just has to be on the news or on the paper, because not everybody focuses on science, but on the news and papers, people understand, and people say, well, I guess let's try to restrict this. The evangelicals, people say nothing can convince them, nothing. Well, maybe what could convince them is it's got to be on the news, the papers. You can't convince everybody. But I think what you can do is convince the majority. The majority always rules. So it's gonna get there. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna get there though. We're definitely seeing increases of non-believers. Still short, but it's gonna take some time. Like I said, I think we're gonna have to explain it more. It's gotta be on the news. It's gotta be on papers. The more we explain it more, or hell, on all channels, atheist perspective, the people understand, because people still understand. And it's going to take some time, but we're going to get there. And, keep on trying to spread the truth, because religion takes people's rights away. People gotta wake up and, you only can do what you can on your part. Science will have to take over, and society will have to take over and make the decision. And I guess we'll see in the future how far religion holds on. Like I said, I think science will be the destruction of religion, but it has to be on the news and it has to be papers, and it's got to be something huge, like how the universe's law came from, why there's a universe has no beginning nor end, and why there's a way to no Big Bang, because there's already the theory that the universe has no beginning, and I see people in the comments, the universe has to have a beginning. See, they don't understand. But if it's explained on the news or papers, they will understand. They will. Because science doesn't work the way, obviously, we think it does. Science is kind of freaky. And like I said, the more awareness is out there of science, real science, not pseudoscience, not creation science, real science, with real scientists, like Krauss, Michio Kaku, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Richard Dawkins, all the great scientists. The more the awareness, say boom, the paper, the universe has no beginning. This is why. The universe had no beginning, and this is why. And people start to understand, because say the universe has no beginning, it's like there has to be a singularity. There has to be a beginning in the Big Bang. There just has to be a beginning. And they actually think there's no beginning, it's God, but once you explain or the science on the news why there's no beginning nor end in the papers or reading, it's like, okay, this is majority. Like I said, you can't convince everybody. Some people are stubborn to the end. This is the way it is. But the majority will convince, and obviously we're seeing increases in non-believers very slowly. It's still going to take quite a time. That's why people say 2038 is that point where religion will be really unnecessary, because technology, the society be so advanced, as well as technology that we have. And let's hope 2039, the second time of prophecy, doesn't hit Earth, because they said that's the time. This is proof of no God. I mean, if asteroid coming to kill us all. This is no God there, man. It's just everything. It's chaos in the universe. Hopefully in 2039 it does not hit Earth. People say, prophets, why don't we blow it up with nuclear weapons or something? They said actually they can't do that because there's like, I guess it would cause chaos in the universe or something. So the prophet is going to pass twice. The first time it's going to pass 2028, close to the Earth, and it might hit. But if it goes through a keyhole, the trajectory will change because space and time warp can, and then after that it's going to take about 9 years to hit Earth, and it can hit Earth on 2039. So that's ironic. 2038 Origins ends, then 2039 we die from the asteroid. Hopefully not. But I think the best evidence for to tell somebody there's no God, chaos in the universe, asteroid coming to Earth. There's an asteroid coming to Earth. If it hits, it will kill everything. Why would a God do that if He loves us? That's a very strong, powerful argument, because that's death. When you hit something that's, you can explain why, at least to people that don't know science. That's huge. I was reading like the strongest arguments. I think another one it would be the contradictions. Somebody's seen the face of God. Nobody has seen the face of God. God is all powerful. God is not all powerful. These are strong contradictions, as well as the God is against women. That's bad. I mean, the God is it's a bad God, and not to mention all the killing and stone people. Another one huge one. It's stone people to death. For disobeying your parents, stone people to work on certain days. That's powerful too, because that's killing for just disobeying your parents or working on a particular day. Any person, how can you not see that's wrong? Ask an evangelical that. What are they going to say? Yeah. Well, I guess I'll say, Magdalene says, people say, well, if God allows it, God is right. God's all perfect. All that killing, all that rape, if God approves it's right. That's what the believers think. Now, like I said, you can't convince everybody, but won't you at least convince majority? And you will, because people are waking up. That's fucked up, man. Killing people to work on specific days, killing people for lying, raping virgins, raping mothers, killing infants. Yes, killing even infants, even unborn. I was seeing these passages that somebody showed in the video. How bad the Bible is. I was like, it made me sick. I couldn't read anymore. The guy is a monster.